Hi there guys, Tom Quayle here, back for sound effects in Ormskirk. Hope everybody's doing really well out there. I'm back doing videos again. This is fantastic. It's really nice to be back. And what a way to start off this new series of videos than with the Legends of Fuzz from JHS pedals. These are JHS's recreations of some of the most important fuzz pedals in tonal history. And it's a great bunch of four pedals, all with the same kind of very pretty design, kind of language if you like, and some great tones on offer. So we've got four here, as I mentioned. We've got the Supreme, the Smiley, the Bender, and the Crimson. And these are based on very particular circuits or fuzz circuits over the years, covering sort of the late 60s to the early 90s. So starting over here on the left or your right with the Supreme, this is based on a 1972 Japanese super fuzz, which is an Octavia style fuzz in that it gives you that octave above when you're playing, and it's a fantastic sounding. This is actually my favorite of the bunch, which is why I used it in the opening section. Absolutely love this pedal. We've then got the Smiley, which is based on a 1969 Arbiter fuzz face, think Jimi Hendrix in terms of the tone. Then we've got the Tone Bender, based on 1973 Tone Bender, obviously, and this is based on one of Josh's favourite pedals, Josh from JHS. So again, fantastic sounding, lots of tonal flexibility again. And then the Crimson, the final one here, is based on a Mike Matthews Red Army Overdrive, which is a Russian big muff kind of pedal, so gives you a very particular kind of sound that you only get from big muffs. So a very cool lineup, and all of the pedals, as I say, kind of feature the same style of design. So you've got the controls on the top mounted jacks, top mounted power, very useful in terms of saving space on your pedal board. All of the best pedal manufacturers seem to be doing this these days because obviously users want that extra space on the boards because we're cramming our boards with so much stuff. The first two here only have two controls. So the Supreme has expand and volume, and the Smiley has fuzz and volume. Now effectively these are doing sort of the same kind of idea. So expand and fuzz give you more fuzz or more distortion. Volume's pretty obvious. Then the Bender and the Crimson have three controls. So attack and distort are going to give you more overdrive or more fuzz. The tone control, again, self-explanatory, and the volume control, self-explanatory. Where these get really cool and where they diverge from the originals somewhat is in the extra trick switch on the side. So these are the mode buttons, and they give us the JHS mode, which is a modified version of the original circuit. So on the Crimson and the Bender, this is going to give us more volume and more mid-range, so a mid-range punch. Now that's great for sort of cutting through on solos, if you're recording or if you're playing with a band. They're not foot switchable, so you need to get down there and actually touch them yourself, but really useful kind of addition to expand the original sonic possibilities of the original pedals. The Smiley, on the other hand, has a mode switch, which is going to give you a gated fuzz mode, which is going to push it into that very unpredictable, very expressive territory that definitely makes you play in a different way. Then the Supreme has two switches. The mode switch is going to give you a slightly more pronounced octave in your signal, and then there's a tone switch on there as well, which is going to give you down here a mid scoop. And when you combine the two of those, you get an even more pronounced octave effect built into the fuzz as well. So very nice. Let's start with the Supreme. In terms of my signal path, I'm running my Ibanez TQM1 through a Friedman Dirty Shirley Mini, which is hooked up to a universal audio aux using a 1x12 cab, and that's being recorded direct. The mics that are being used for the cab are a Royer R121 and an SM57. And as with all good fuzz pedal demos, I've got an edge of breakup tone. So on the bridge pickup, if I play lightly, but on the neck pickup, things are pretty clean. So we've got a range of kind of possibilities here. And let's start with the Supreme, as I say. So we'll push this in. We've got the expand control just over halfway and the volume just over halfway. Mode switch is disengaged and we get this fantastic tone. I love it so much. It's so cool. So we'll play with the expand control. Let's push that all the way up and then all the way back. Again, slightly less predictable on that side. And then if we pull back again, we get less fuzz. And now again, it's more unpredictable. It's very predictable in the middle, lots of sustain, but a little bit more expressive on the other extremes. Super cool. Let's set it in the middle. We'll put the mode switch on, which is going to engage a little bit more of the octave. It's relatively subtle, but you'll hear it. Then let's engage the tone control and we get our mid scoop sound, and I've kept the mode switch in. Thing sounds killer. It's absolutely my favorite pedal in the range. Moving on to the Smiley mode switch out, I'm going to crank the fuzz. There's less gain on this one, less fuzz going on. Volume is just over halfway. That's where I found roughly unity, maybe a slight boost going on, and we get this. Absolutely love it. Bring the fuzz down. Then if we engage the mode switch on this one, it's going to give us that stuttered kind of effect or gated effect, which is really, really nice. Again, slightly more unpredictable, but very expressive. So again, a very unique and very expressive sound that you can really only get from that particular circuit. Moving on to the tone bender, again, we've got the attack or fuzz halfway, and we've got a tone control to play with on this one. So we'll start with the tone control around 50%. Okay, let's play with the tone control all the way up. Then we'll back that down. And then finally we'll play with the attack, so the amount of fuzz, we'll pull that all the way back. And then finally all the way up. Gets a little noisy. Finally, let's turn the mode switch on. And it's going to give us that extra volume, as you can hear actually just from the noise there, and also the extra mid-range. So let's go to the Crimson now, and again, distortion or fuzz halfway up, tone halfway up, volume halfway up, and we get this. Killer. Let's increase the tone. A little bit more of a pronounced effect on this one than with the bender. Back the tone control off. And then again, increase the fuzz here. Back that off. And then we'll engage the mode switch, bring the distortion back up, and we get this. Again, remembering this is a volume boost and a mid boost as well. So there we go, guys, 4 fantastic fuzz pedals covering pretty much every fuzz territory you could need, and they are pretty affordable, certainly compared to the originals, and represent some of the best fuzz tones ever produced in the guitar world. So fantastic achievement for JHS. These are available from Sound Effects in Ormskirk right now. If you click the link below, you can find all the links to purchase these fantastic pedals and check out more details. My name's Tom Quayle. Hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Legends of Fuzz collection from JHS, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.